Tricky Java array interview questions. What is an array? An array is an ordered or indexed collection of fixed number of homogeneous data elements. What are the advantages and disadvantages of array? The main advantages of array is we can represent multiple values with the same name so that readability of the code will be improved. Let's take an example. We have a class main. In the main method, we have three different variables a, b and c. And now with the arrays, we can assign all of these three variables into a single array, like int array equal to, then we are providing three variables in that. Now the main disadvantage of array is fixed in size. That is, once we created an array, there is no chance of increasing or decreasing the size based on our requirement, that is to use arrays concept compulsory. We should know the size in advance, which may not possible always. We can resolve this problem by using collection. Can you pass the negative numbers in array size? No, you cannot pass the negative numbers as array size. Then you will not get the compiler error. Instead, you will get the negative array size exception at runtime. Negative array size exception. Let's see an example. Here we have array with size -2. It will throw negative array size exception. What is array store exception? When this exception is thrown? Array store exception is a runtime exception. Array must contain the same data type elements. This exception is thrown to indicate that an attempt has been made to store the wrong type of object into an array of objects. In other words, we want to store the integer object in an array of string. You will get array store exception. Let's see the code example. Here we have object array and we are passing 3 as a string. And now when we are adding the integer to that object array, we will get array store exception. What is the difference between array store exception and array out of bound exception? Array store exception is thrown if you are trying to add incompatible data types to store wrong type of an object. For example, if you try to add an integer object to store string array, then array store exception is thrown. Array out of bound exception is thrown when an attempt is made to access the array with illegal index. Now what do we mean by illegal index? For example, illegal index means if the index is either negative or greater than or equal to the size of the array. Now in the above example you can see when we are passing x -1 equal to 2, it will give array index out of bound exception, and similar x5 equal to 10. We have just 3 elements into the integer array and we are trying to add the element at the 5th index. So we will get array index out of bound. Please like, comment and subscribe.